Do y'all have an extra $300,000 to raise a kid? I don't. Let's talk about it. Hey y'all, welcome back to the SOPHIEJO show. It's the SOPHIEJO, the SOPHIEJO, the SOPHIEJO show. We are back, baby. Oh my gosh, y'all, before we get into the show, TikTok deleted my account. Just as I was finally starting to get a little bit of traction and ammo on my freaking TikTok, my account got deleted. As soon as I started speaking that real, they want to take me off. So I have a whole new TikTok account and it's called Sophie the Entertainer. So make sure y'all head over there and follow your girl. Let's get into the show. I know y'all have heard, unless you've been living under a rock, the R&B tour is out and it has been announced. R&B meaning Chris Brown and Usher. First off, I thought it was a very creative way to title the tour R&B because Usher Raymond and then B Chris Brown, two last names R&B. And you know, people say that R&B music is kind of dead, it's fading away, real music doesn't exist anymore. And you know, those two guys are some of the singers or just musicians who are trying to keep R&B's genre alive, strong and well, and they do a good job at it. But yeah, they announced that tour. Everybody's been going crazy about it. I know I'm excited about it. I'm definitely going to the concert. Don't know which date I'm gonna do, but I'm for sure going, and I'm excited about it. I think this is a almost once in a lifetime kind of thing. I love how they did the promo video for it, them on motorcycles and going to the concerts together. Absolutely loved it. It was giving me Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, you know, but I'm really excited about it. We all know we know for sure Chris Brown puts on the show. He is going to give the audience their money's worth. And that's what I really love and appreciate about entertainers that are really gonna, you know, do their big one. Give us our money's worth. These tickets are not cheap. So the Beyoncés, the Chris Browns, the Ushers, and I'm forgetting people, but you know, people who are singing, they're dancing, they're having dance breaks, they're interacting with the crowd. Chris Brown, hands down, goated. And then pairing him alongside Usher, of course, we know, like, Chris Brown was almost inspired by Usher. So, you know, there is no Chris Brown without Usher. So them coming together, it's just going to be so good. I cannot wait for it. Y'all let me know, or y'all going to be going. I'm pretty sure the tickets are going to be expensive because every single thing on the planet is expensive, okay, including having a kid. Let's get into this topic. So studies have shown, it's been reported on various news outlets that it costs approximately $300,000 to raise one child over an 18-year span. Hold on. $300,000? $300,000? $300,000? That's a lot of money. And that's just one kid. Imagine having 4, 5 of them. Woo! This is why I am no bueno with the kiddos. This is why a lot of people, forget all that. This is why there has been a reflection of low birth rates. I think recently it's been like a record breaking just statistic that we are at an all-time low of childbirth. That's because people ain't stupid no more. Okay, we using this up here. Yes, people are still having kids, and even some people who are having children, they're doing one and done. Which, you know, hey, everyone make their own decisions. I'm not judging anyone, but I'm saying for me, myself, and I, it's too expensive to have children. I have a dog, and hey, he done seen some hungry nights. Just kidding. PETA, please don't come after me. But just having a dog alone is an expense, okay? Please don't let him get sick or hurt because the vets, they finna run it up. So that financially, also having a kid in my mind, it's just so much responsibility. And I feel like low key, you are responsible for that child like forever until you or it dies low key. Even though we know you are grown at the age of 18, but I still just feel like there's some sort of I'm grown, okay? And there are some things that I just would not be able to figure out if I didn't have my mom. Once again, even when you surpass 18, you still need your parents' guidance, help, support, something. And I don't know if I'm ready for that level of responsibility. I still like to grab my keys and just get up and go when I'm ready and willing and want to. I don't want to think about X, Y, and Z. Even now, like if I want to go out of town for a weekend or whatever with the dog, I got to figure out who's gonna watch my dog. Am I taking my dog with me? How much is a boarding room for pets? Do I trust them? You know, do they have fleas? Are they clean? And that's just like I said, for a dog, an animal. So just me thinking about what all it entails to have a mini human running around nagging at my ankles all day. Oh my God. Woo! It's a lot. Now, I'm not saying children aren't deserving of the best, because, you know, children are innocent to some degree. They didn't ask to be here. And, you know, it's not their fault that they're here, little rug rats. I'm cool with them. But me having my own at this stage in the game, this point in my life, right now, it's a no. And it might forever be a no, and it might not. And guess what? That's okay, because we are born into this world having our own brain, our own thoughts, and we don't have to be what everyone else thinks you should be or says you should be or feels you should be or do. If we all went around the world trying to please and do other things for other people, we would be miserable. I try my best to live my life for self. And to some people who don't have a brain, that might sound like, oh, you are selfish. No, if we all lived for self, people would be more happy and satisfied with who they are on the insides. Once again, if you are running around the planet trying to please everyone else because you're afraid of the consequences of other people, they didn't make you. God made you. And that's the only person I'm trying to please, God and myself. Do I want other people to be proud of me and happy for me and happy, you know, yes. But once again, I'm not running around trying to please everybody. So yeah, with them kids, and right now it's the N-O, capital N, capital O, exclamation point. Hell to the no, actually. Sorry, get offended if you want to. I have heard people with kids say they wish they didn't have kids. So please save it. Now, I will say, of course, there are thousands, maybe millions of women who raise, not just women, sorry, parents who raise their kids with not no $300,000, obviously, but that's an approximation. And if you are more of like, I guess, an involved, hands-on, you know, privileged parenting, you probably spend about $300,000 on your children. And then not to mention the single parents who are raising kids on their own. So I'm not trying to say like, oh, if you ain't got $300,000, don't have no kid. I'm saying that for me because I don't want to have a kid and I barely can even feed myself, but that's just my way of thinking. But, you know, of course you can have kids and raise them to the best of your ability with, you know, you don't have to get your kids every single thing that they want, but they definitely need the needs. But, yeah, y'all. OMG, if you guys don't know, y'all know I am a reality TV stan. I just love reality TV. So I want to discuss a little bit about the Real Housewives of Potomac. The next season, they have announced who the cast will be and who the cast won't be either. So let's discuss that a little bit. All right. So the cast of Potomac Housewives next season will be Lord, I just started off with the wrong person. Giselle, Karen Huger will be back in the building. Wendy, Stacy, Ashley. Oh, and the new lady. What's her name? Bree? I can't think of her name, but that's going to be the main cast. And then we have back again after a hiatus, I guess. Robin Dixon is going to be a friend of. The internet isn't happy about it. I'm not happy about it either. I wasn't a big fan of Robin because I'm just not a big fan. Robin gives, she just does and says whatever Giselle does. and she, in my opinion, was kind of just like she hated Karen for whatever reasons, and she's just not exciting. She's boring, and I'm not a big fan of Robin, but I also understand. I'm not a producer, but I can see from a producer's POV, like Robin will speak her mind. She will get up in people's face. She will, give us some kind of a little bit of a storyline with whatever's going on with her and Juan. So I understand, like from a showrunner's POV, she could be great for the show because she isn't afraid to stir up mess, get in there, and create some good TV. Because we know Karen about to read her head off. So I understand Robin coming back. Am I happy about it? N-O. Ashley is back. I for sure thought Ashley was going to return as a friend of in a lower level role of a cast member, but she's not. Her and that forehead. Ashley is just extremely messy and extremely nosy, or as she would say, inquisitive. But once again, from a producer standpoint, I get it because it does create for drama, mess, good TV. We're engaged, gives us something to talk about. So Forehead will be back. Stacy's back. I knew that. Wendy is back. Of course, we knew that. Of course, Bravo is going to have the cameras up and rolling, trying to figure out Wendy's court case with everything that went on with her and her court case. So I'm excited that Karen is back. I don't think that Karen Hugert genuinely accepted that she is an alcoholic. I think she was still trying to put it on pills, and I think it was a mix of both. And I really think that's why Karen didn't get along with Charisse, Robin, and Giselle a little bit, because they really know her. Like, some of these girls met her through the show Potomac, but those three ladies, Robin, Charisse, and Giselle, they know her even before the show. So I think they know a little bit of her dirty laundry. And I think that's why sometimes she just could not especially stand Charisse. So Karen's back. Charisse still ain't there. Thank goodness. Y'all, I knew Angel was not going to come back. She had a terrible season. It just wasn't a good fit for her. I hate to say it, but Angel was kind of just like a weak link. Sorry, girl. Go ahead to the mountains with your husband. Kiarna, or Kay, not returning back to Housewives. And honestly, I like Kiarna. I could watch her, or I couldn't, or I could also go without her. So I'm not really messed up either way, but I did like her, but she gone, y'all. Oh yeah, Monique Samuels is not coming back. And I'm trying to figure out what was the point of them bringing her in last season as like a friend of, just for her not to even come back full season next time when she was a full cast member before. I think Monique made a great housewife when she was married, when she wasn't married. I don't understand why she didn't come back. She's not coming back for next season. Maybe she'll make a couple appearances, but now that I say this out loud, I think they brought Monique back last season just because Karen was gone, and I think the showrunners were afraid that they were going to lose some viewers. So they was like, let's bring in a heavy hitter so that we can, keep eyeballs on the show. So I think they were using her, but I want Monique to come back. I don't know what her storyline would be, but we can figure something out. We can make some shape. Cause I wanted to see how she kind of like interacted with Karen and Wendy, because they didn't really get a chance to form a relationship. With that being said, I wonder if Candace Diller Bassett is ever going to come back to Potomac. We loved her on Traitors, and I wonder if she's ever going to make a return. Candace kind of gives me the type who won't return as long as, well, no, Monique is gone. Yeah, now that Monique is gone, can Candace come back? And I thought for sure Jazzy was at least going to be returning as a friend of, or secured her champagne flute as a full-time housewife. But no, she got kicked to the curb as well. I like Jazzy on the show. I thought she was a good mix. I do. Oh, Lord. I can see the comments now. I don't want to bring color into it, but I would like to see, some browner, darker girls on the cast, and Jazzy was a perfect fit. She's actually married. She low-key is an actual housewife. She had great banter with the ladies. She gives the looks. She has a little bit of shade to her. She made a great housewife, but for whatever reason, she got booted too. So I guess we will look forward to this upcoming season. Enough about Potomac Housewives. We will get into them when they actually do make their comeback. Guys, I also want to get into a new show, if you guys haven't heard, on OWN, produced by Carlos Miller. Carlos King. Okay, king of reality TV. His new show on OWN called Belle Collective Birmingham. He has an original Belle Collective reality show based out of Jackson, Mississippi. It's a great show. Now he has an extension of that, which is Birmingham, and it's starring, once again, reality show, but it's starring Stormy. What's her name? Stormy. Is it Stormy Steele? I believe so. Huge TikTok shop like seller and brand owner in the beauty space. And the first episode came on this past week. Good show. I love reality TV, especially, a majority black cast reality ensemble. And I'm excited to get into it. I think not just about this show, but I think the conversation about like reality TV, we need more black shows, all that kinds of stuff. We should give these shows a chance and watch it. They're not going to produce more black shows if we're not watching it. So make sure y'all check that out. I did want to make the comment though that Belle Collective Birmingham is probably going to do well, or at least okay, because just like Belle Collective, the original one in Jackson, Mississippi, there is a sense of authenticity within the cast. So I feel like what's going on in Housewives of Atlanta, since they did the whole reboot, revamp thing, we can tell these ladies are not friends in real life. Like, they don't have a history with one another. It's just, we pick this girl, y'all become a friend group and try to build a sisterhood, even though y'all don't know each other. And we're going to set up a camera. Producers are going to feed y'all little bits of information so y'all can throw shade, but still try to be friends and make the show work. And the viewers, we, us, me, I, can sense that y'all really don't hang out for real outside of these cameras. Y'all are not friends. Y'all aren't even foes. Y'all are literally actors, basically, on TV trying to pretend like you're on a reality show. Versus something like Belle Collective, where we see the ladies actually have a rapport with one another. They know each other. They might not be the best of friends, but they have some sort of relationship before the cameras came. So we can sense there is an actual real level of authentic, relationship. So that's where good reality TV comes in. And that's what was going on back in the days with old housewives. So I just think moving forward, producers, I know y'all ain't watching, but you might be one day. Try to find an ensemble cast where the people actually know each other and they're not meeting each other for the first time on camera and then trying to form a relationship. All right, y'all. Now it is time to get into my quote of the day. Hear what I say and have it your way. Of course, y'all know we take one quote from this lovely quote book full of great iconic sayings, and I take it and expound on it. This one is from Bruce Williamson. It says, walk in the rain, smell the flowers, stop along the way, build sand castles, go on field trips, find out how things work, tell stories, say the magic words, trust the universe. Published in 2004. You know what? I think this is saying stop and smell the roses. And also I think it's saying do whatever you want to do. Circling back to what I was saying about living your life for yourself and not others. Do the things that you want to do. Go on the field trips. Build the sand castles. Stop along the way. Smell the flowers. Walk in the rain. Who cares if it's outside the norm? Who cares if, oh, she must be crazy. Something must be wrong with her. Why is she walking in the rain? Because I want to. And maybe because I'm just doing what I want to. It might be weird to you because you are not used to people being robots and doing things. It's it's outside of the norm. Anything that's outside of the norm, people are going to have something to say, have an opinion about it, and, you know, kind of be a little judgmental until it starts working and you start popping off. Then they like, oh, I should have walked in the rain too. If I would have known it helped my skin, just you know, hypothetically speaking. It also says, tell stories, say the magic words, trust the universe. I don't know about the universe, but trust the process, or whatever you believe in, God, the universe, stars, moon, the sand, galaxies, whatever. I think if you feel something in your heart, or there's something that you want to do, want to say, want to experience, with the backing, the support of God, the universe, whatever, and then you having the internal power to do so, go for it. Why not? Stop and smell the roses and build some sand castles, for God's sake. All right, guys, that wraps up this episode of the SOPHIEJO Show. Make sure you guys are subscribed and following me on all my socials at Sophie the Entertainer. And I will see you guys in my next episode. If y'all have any topics or anything like that you want me to cover, talk about, do a deep dive on, make sure you are commenting them down in the comments. And I will see y'all in my next episode.